Oh, favourite colour? Yeah, I'd probably go with blue.
Oh, yellow or blue?
Oh, well, I'd have to say purple this week, wouldn't I?
Purple. Black.
Purple and orange.
Either between pink or green.
Blue. Blue.
I could go on about the colour blue. Everything I own is blue, except my bed.
Yellow.
This project came about because young people identifying the LGBTQI+ community probably didn't have a voice, and that they needed to be able to be very visual and feel supported and secure and safe, and we need to do something really positive to celebrate that community. Connor had a bit of a project idea in Year 9.
And we kind of wanted to create something within the school community that would try and tear down those walls of the homophobic ideologies, and something that would celebrate diversity and inclusivity.
And over the time he's been here, working with a number of different teachers and students, that's become a dream for everybody, and we got on board.
And that was to create a mural that celebrated the LGBTQI+ or inclusivity, more I think was what his concept was.
They established the support squad with the work of our school support officer, and really was focused on creating a community where students felt like they could be themselves.
So we worked with some families and Quiz Down South, Headspace and students. That was what was identified as a project to work towards to celebrate inclusivity and pride.
I think it's really important to do projects where it makes us visible and it makes young people in the rainbow community visible, to show them that, you know, you should be proud of who you are and it's okay to be who you are. Headspace is a youth-led organisation, so, you know, we have youth at the heart of everything we do. LGBTQIA+ young people are actually one of Headspace National's priority groups, so it's really, really important for us to do projects that support young people from that rainbow community. It was the young people within the school who were like, we think a pride mural would be really, really cool.
It's funny, it's just like a coat of paint can make a big difference, because there's a lot more involved in that. The idea of just trying to make a more positive and happy space, especially within schools.
The workshop was a really important part of all of this, and I think Yanni's recognised that in the work that he's done in schools previously.
So I kind of got a bit of a process now. I'll have some basic fundamental questions I like to ask and things like that. So it's more about, trying to understand why they're wanting to have a mural in the space, and then also too, it's really about what kind of Bible we're going to try and create.
I really like the idea of the mural because it includes everyone and it shows support.
I think there's a lot of kids in school communities and environments that feel unsafe, and that's a horrible thing, because that's when things can get bad for them, such as like depression and anxiety, which is a huge thing at the moment.
It could be a symbol to people, like, you belong here, you should be accepted. People put together, not to get attention, but to bring attention to, like, how nasty people are being. It's also really fun to, like, be painting with friends, especially if it's like this type of project. It's really fun and you can skip out of class.
My first thought was like, oh my God, I can't believe we're actually doing this.
The initial steps are I'll kind of sketch it out and kind of get the measurements of the wall, and then roughly know, and I have a photograph of the wall so I can just nut it out and kind of start doing the composition of it all and things like that. And then when it comes time to putting it on the wall, like I can just kind of eyeball it out, kind of go, oh yeah, roughly I know this is halfway, and then I'll just kind of use that initial sketch as a guide. What I'll use is acrylic household paints, you paint your house with, so they last 50 years plus, 100 years they say.
Yanni's a great guy. I think everything he does is wonderful. I love his style. I love the way he kind of looks at things. So I came around the corner yesterday and I saw it, and I realised that it was the project that we'd been working on and planning for months, years.
The brightness caught my eye, and I turned around and I was already struck with the purples and the pinks and the yellows that were on the wall, and it automatically lifted my mood.
When people walk past it, they can reflect and see what they did apart. And I also love it how all years are allowed to participate.
I love the mural. I think anytime I come around the corner and have looked at it this week, it's just instantly brought a sense of joy, and I'm just really taken back by how spectacular it is, how much of a celebration it is of our student community, and how collaborative the process has been.
I was absolutely blown away, absolutely blown away. It was so much bigger and better than I could have ever anticipated. And knowing that, you know, everyone had kind of has a piece of themselves in that wall was, yeah, really, really amazing to see.
I find it really cool because it's a good way to learn how to do different styles of art.
I see joy, so I see a really joyous space, and having worked here since the school opened, it's a really lovely addition to see that our school is still growing and becoming more vibrant, and it actually has brought together loads of kids from across all sorts of groups.
It really just kind of takes you to another space now. Like it's, you know, it was previously just a boring old purple wall, and now it's this beautiful, vibrant space with these amazing kind of creatures and characters, you know, celebrating inclusivity, celebrating, you know, difference.
Wear It Purple Day began well over 10 years ago in response to the number of LGBTQI+ students who had identified with mental health issues. So Wear It Purple Day came out of some young people's idea that we need to celebrate and show support as allies. So it is meant to be a real strong show of allyship and of a real strong show that we are celebrating our community, that you are welcome, we're all part of one and the same, and that's just going to continue to grow. And our collaboration with Headspace can only make it a much more vibrant and far-reaching experience.
It's just a really lovely celebration of all the things that are good about being human.
You can enjoy this mural from whatever angle that you want to come at it from as well. It's an inclusive mural. But you can just see that if students are here, like most times what we're here at a school for 10 to 12 years or something like that, and you just want the place, yeah, just be more positive and kind of a bit more welcoming, and kind of you feel comfortable there.
You know, and raising awareness. The rainbow community is everywhere, and it's really, really important for them to be supported and to be included. So that's, you know, what Wear It Purple Day is all about.
It's my last year. When I leave, kids that come after me will see it, and hopefully they'll want to take that next step in creating the school environment a more inclusive place. Whether they know what it is or they don't, they're going to see it, and like I said, it's an artwork. It's going to make them think. Even if it's not something that challenges them to think, it's just a really beautiful piece. And so it's made me happier since I've been here. I walk down the stairs of A block and you see it. It's one of the first things you see when you look out the window.
And I'm hoping that as the time goes on, not just this year, but going forward as the mural is part of the fabric of Vincentia High School, that's just who we are as a school. So hopefully just being able to see it will help them to be and feel free and feel safe and feel secure and supported. And that's what school should be about.